Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Theresa here. Me and the critters, as usual. It is October 23rd, 2019, Wednesday afternoon at 2:08 p.m. here in the panhandle of Florida. And I'm going to apologize right off. I feel kind of off today. I feel real jittery, but I'm having a hard time staying awake. And I don't know if it's just part of the fibromyalgia, and I know that a lot of times the chronic fatigue syndrome goes hand in hand with it. I'm literally fighting so hard all day long to stay awake and keep falling asleep. I just wanted to put that out there so you don't think, wow, she's just, well, because yeah, I am just wow, but yeah, I just having a hard time staying awake. I thought I would make this video, and then I probably will take the puppies and go outside because it is absolutely beautiful out right now. Let's get to the weather real quick, and then we'll talk about what's going on with me. This is the time of year that we in Florida love. This is basically what we kind of live for, is the winter month when the temperature drops low enough that it's just very, very nice. It is 72 degrees right now. The high will be 74. The low will be 54. Mostly sunny. 0% chance of rain. 33% humidity, which is awesome. Wind at 7 miles per hour from the northeast. Sunrise was at 7:45 a.m. Sunset will be at 6:58 p.m. And tomorrow is supposed to be 80 degrees and the low will be 69. So this is the time of year that we, like I said, we just love. And let me mute this real quick so I don't get like a million text messages. Not that I get a million, but sorry about that. Working on a hat while I talk to you guys. And I have a rundown. I've taken some notes. I took a few days off of YouTube, so you guys haven't seen me since last Friday. I've been going through some stuff. And it isn't anything that anybody has done. It isn't anything that anybody has said to me. It all has to do with me internally, not anything externally that's happened to me. So, you guys know, and I just don't want to have to try and hide who I am. Not that I have ever, but I haven't been for. You guys know I suffer from depression. I have had major depression since I started with puberty. Of course, back in those days, I don't think they really did that. Parents didn't really do much about it. They just kind of poo-pooed it off. And along with it, I have, I am bipolar too. You can definitely see that with the upswings and the downswings and, and I have Asperger's syndrome, so I think a little bit differently. And I know that none of us are normal, but, and like, I'm just learning now how to handle, excuse me, Miss Kitty Cat, you are just on a tear today. Must I hold you every minute? Really? Okay, we'll come back here then. Come on. Come on. Oh, I know. Well, everybody say hi to Angel again. I know. I just was petted her for a long time. But anyway, so yeah, so I think I'm just now learning how to handle some things, and I am a type that I gather a lot of information. And I learned from my daughters. I learned from my friends, young and the younger ones, the older ones, the ones about my age, So, I've just been going through that. I don't handle change well at all, even when it's good change. And I don't handle the fragility of life. Really gets to me. I mean, as you guys know, we just lost my mother-in-law, and we've lost a number of friends. My poor daughter, somebody she worked with for over 10 years and was a friend and kind of a mentor and stuff, passed away just a few days ago. You know, I have a hard time wrapping my mind around you die and you leave and that's just it. It just kind of feels like that person is just kind of erased. Because so often there's no semblance that that person ever existed really, except for maybe by a few people that have pictures. If you're lucky, people will talk about you a little bit, maybe. Maybe they'll talk about you a little bit, even a little bit positively. But so I've been having some issues with the depression. I do get very lonely, because Brad is gone between 11 and 12 hours a day. We have about a 2-hour window from the time he gets home until the time we go to bed. Then dinner has to take place. Any kind of discussion about any kind of finances, social things, anything going on has to go fit in that window. Cleaning up dinner, a few things that still has to be done around the house, like feeding animals and all of that. So it's a busy, busy time, and it goes by way too fast. I so enjoyed it when he was off for the 4 months. And I know he did too, and we wished that we could have, we could afford for him just not to have to work. Like so many people wish they didn't have to work. So, anyway, I just been going through some stuff. Got to wrap my head around some stuff. I've been feeling super, super, super overwhelmed. I've been having some anxiety attacks. I just totally lost my stuff on Brad Monday evening when he came home. Well, actually, he caught me in the bathroom. I was hanging up clothes to dry because I was doing laundry. He caught me in the bathroom crying. And I just kind of, it's been building up with so many things. I miss my big, strong husband. And he said he does too. I know, kitty, kitty. Oh, you purring. I know. I love that. Because we're really going through a lot of stuff with his physical stuff. He isn't. I said before he was in pain, but now that looks like child's play because the amount of pain he is in now, and it just keeps getting worse. It's just incredible. He can hardly walk. His balance is so off also. And it's just come the first of the year, he's getting in to see an orthopedist right away. Because he's starting to get depressed about it, and I can't blame him. And there's got to be a better way to live your life than be in this much pain. So that's been part of the feeling overwhelmed and stuff because he's to the point where he cannot help do any kind of chores around the house, really. On a good day, he might be able to do maybe a few dishes, um, you know, sitting down stuff, but it's gotten to that point where he just can't do anything, um, do very much at all. And I have my own disabilities, and before we made a really good team, and now the balance is way off, and so I get feeling overwhelmed because I will be to the point where I am physically in so much pain and exhausted that I can't finish the stuff. So But you got to take a step back and you got to say, like my daughter said, you know, the smaller steps instead of looking at the overall picture. Because she's going through her own stuff right now. I'm not going to talk about that because that's her business. And, you know, if she wanted the world to know, she'd be on here telling you guys. But she's going through her own stuff right now. And you know, told her I was really in awe of her because she works full time and she has children and she's a single parent now and all of that. And that's when she said, well, she just kind of, you know, looks at the smaller things and not the overall big pictures because that is overwhelming. And it's like, yeah, I mean, and learning how to go with the flow. You guys know I am a person that likes a schedule, but with what we're going through right now, you can't have a real strict schedule because you may have to stop and help your spouse do something. It's just the little things that help, you know, and so I just kind of wrapping my head around some stuff. I know I may seem kind of jumbled right now, even. I'm super tired, and just I don't know. I'll be okay. Like I said, I talked to my husband, I talked to my daughter, and I talked to a really close friend about some of the stuff going on. But it'll all work itself out. Brad and I are good. There's no problem there. I think God is really, whatever you believe in is cool. I kind of believe in a mix of things. I kind of believe of karma and all of that and Mother Earth, etc. And then I believe some in a higher power, so I call him God. You can call him, you know, Clifford the rescue dog or something. But I think God is really testing us about because any one of these things we've gone through this year could break up a couple. And I mean, between being laid off and, you know, a death in the family and then uh, Brad's physical disability and having that become worse and stuff. I would give anything in the world not to see him struggle that way. I hate it with a passion. I do. It's heartbreaking to watch him struggle. And, you know, he's always been such a big, strong guy. And he even said, you know, things that he used to be able to do so easily. And, you know, he just can't now. But we do the best we can. So I was going to do a little recap of what's gone on since you guys have seen me last. I feel like right now I'm really struggling to stay awake and I feel just kind of like jumbled, just kind of like, and that's the way my mind works a lot of times, unless I have a real clear list, is it's just, you know, and then it may be off, you know, and everywhere, right, baby? I know. One thing that helps me is having babies to take care of. Yeah, having babies to take care of. Hearing her purr. I love that. Right, Angel? She's such a sweetheart. You a sweetheart, Angel? Angel. So anyway, Saturday, I got the bright idea that we should move clothes. That we should move, basically exchange clothing areas as far as he had his clothes all in those cubicles, and I had my clothes in, I have 6 of those wide drawers, the plastic ones. And so it's like, why don't we switch? Because what again, I'm thinking of what mobility wise is easier for my husband, you know. And so he was like, yeah, that sounds good, you know. And uh, we started doing that. Well, I started doing it. Then he came back. And then we both worked on it. And then he has a few other things he needs to still get done or try to get done. So, yeah. And we were dealing with that storm. It was raining off and on all day. Sometimes hard, sometimes not so hard. It was a tropical storm Nestor. So we were dealing with that. We came out obviously just fine, no problem. It was nice to see it rain. I know that all the greenery really, really appreciated it. You know, I told Brad this weekend we've got to get out there and pick up the backyard because we have stuff sitting out, and since we're not using that backside of the trailer, that stuff getting overgrown, and we're not gonna be able to find our stuff pretty soon. So I don't know. I might have to do that tomorrow or something. Uh, Depends. Because now we're kind of sitting out front, me and the puppies. See, and one of the things I have to think real hard about is not all the things I need to do, because then it overwhelms me because I'm just thinking about that. That I need to go out and clean up the dog poop. And you know, there's a lot of big dog poop. He's a big dog. Him poop big, you know. And so I just been raking that though. I find it easier to rake it to a little pile and then use that scooper thing. But so that was basically what we did Saturday. Is work on that. We didn't even go anywhere Saturday because it was storming out. And then Sunday we did go out of the house. 'Cause I need to get out of the house at least once a week. Excuse me, she's done with me. Let me think of my thoughts a minute. I need to get out of the house at least once a week. I don't know why. There, that's better. Eee, better for you. But I need to get out of the house at least once a week. So we went and ran a few errands. We went to Dollar Tree. I just ran in because we needed to get some more back and body. I know I talk about it all the time. You guys probably wonder what the heck I'm talking about. The best price I can find for this is at Dollar Tree. It's a 24 caplets and it's $1. But Bear makes what's called back and body, and it's a lot more expensive. And I have looked all online and I can't find anything cheaper than this, you know. And this works really well for Brad's back and mine also. Like today, I must have strained my back doing something yesterday because it really hurts. But so this is all it is. It's just you get it at the Dollar Tree, and that's what it is. And then we take the cotton out and stuff, and we'll combine 2 bottles into one. Brad has it at work. We have it in the Jeep. He has it in the bedroom. I have it out here, or we have it out here. So anyway, I feel really weird today, you guys. I just feel just, and I haven't had too much coffee or anything, but wow, I just feel weird. It's probably a good thing that I'm just talking with you guys. So, we ran the errands and we came home. And we worked on the bedroom for a while. See, I can't remember. We talked to Brad's sister somewhere, either Saturday evening or Sunday. I think it was Saturday. We talked with his sister for a while. Yeah, in fact, we got off the phone with her because the window of when it was really supposed to start storming was approaching, and we weren't sure if we were going to lose power and all that. So, yeah, we had a good old hoot and holler and talk with her. Not hollering, but it was fun. Yeah, so we went in and worked Sunday on the bedroom some more, finished setting it up better. And then by that time, Brad's back was just really killing him and stuff. So we just kind of, because he wasn't going to vacuum, and we had a whole list of stuff, you know, because his intention is really good, and bless his little heart, you know. But that pain, when you get to the level of pain where he just starts shaking and stuff, it's like, you know what? The vacuuming can wait. You know what? This can wait. You know what? That can wait. So I think we put the TENS unit on him that day. Yeah, for a while we put the TENS unit on him. Got him sitting out here. He needed to rest for a while. bring you guys down just a little bit. There we go. We need to rest for a while. Yes, I'm still in my robe, you guys. I know, it's like 2:27 p.m., but I just, but why not have a little bit of a more relaxed day? So then Monday, and all while this Brad is not sleeping worth crap, and that doesn't help how you feel about your pain issues either when you're in a lot of pain. But Monday came. I'm feeling so overwhelmed because the house was just maxed out. It was just maxed out between doing the bedroom and then some other stuff has the tendency to not get done, and I don't feel like henpecking, and I run out of steam also. So it's like, there was a lot of dishes, and we needed to do ice cube trays, we needed to clean the freezer, we needed to do laundry, I wanted to vacuum the whole house. I mean, I had a list a mile long, and I was determined I was going to get it all done because I know he really can't help, and I don't want him to feel bad because he knows that I'm upset that the house doesn't look decent. And so he came home, and I had already talked to one of my very good friends, and I'd already text with my daughter a little bit, and the sobbing, the crying, and stuff, and I hadn't cried over the whole situation with watching his physical mobility deteriorate and stuff. They kind of all balled up, and the dam broke. And like I said, I don't handle change. Admitting that I'm different. I know we're all different, but when I tell you I'm different, I mean I'm different. I mean, it's important that I acknowledge that and that I get okay with that, and I don't keep thinking I'm just stupid or not good enough or any of that. Because it's not that I'm lazy, and it's not that I'm stupid or anything. It's just I can only push my body so far. Now there's changes I can make to help my health, and I'm working on that. I'm always working on that. I admit when I get depressed and stuff, food is my addiction. Food is my friend, is my comforter. Has always been since I was a child on, So I haven't been real good on what I've been eating and stuff. I'm working on that. Uh, you know, but so Monday evening, Brad fixed the vacuum cleaner. Wasn't working well, and I had it, guess, on the wrong setting. We have a Shark, and I absolutely love this vacuum cleaner, and so does Brad, but I didn't have the hose setting on the right setting, so I had it on, there's a setting for suction and non-suction, and I got those mixed up in my head, so that's why, and it really gets me very upset if my vacuum cleaner is not vacuuming up to par. So, Brad fixed that, and I vacuumed, and what was he doing? Oh, and I threw dinner in the oven real fast. He was doing something in the bedroom. I don't remember what. Sunday is when I did the chicken stuff. I don't know. He was doing something, and I vacuumed, and maybe he was feeding animals, that kind of stuff. No, I fed the animals. I don't remember what he was doing, but I vacuumed, and I finished that kind of stuff. And then I was doing laundry. finishing laundry or doing enough laundry that, you know, we could get by. And that was about it on that day. Tuesday was a better day. I was able to, I made some reduced sugar. I reduced the sugar down by 2/3 on this recipe. You can do that with most any recipe that you have. You've got it. Sometimes you've got to have some, and that's why. Okay, let me back up. Because see, in my mind, I'm telling you guys a whole bunch of stuff that didn't come out. Blah, blah, blah. If you want to make a recipe sugar-free or reduced sugar, because you're diabetic or maybe you just don't want to eat that much sugar or you have other dietary issues, you can easily do that by using one of these Splenda blends. Or, you know, there's Truvia and there's all kinds of other ones. I don't know. I always bake with Splenda and I always have. I mean, they have the imitation sugar, the white, and it looks like snow. And that you measure cup for cup. And now on that, you do have to have some real sugar in most recipes. Not all, but most. So, like what I did with this recipe, it called for a doubled recipe, so it called for 1.5 cups of sugar. I was making banana muffins. So what I did was I used 1 cup of the Splenda, and this wasn't a Splenda blend. This was just the white Splenda, and for baking, and then I used 1/2 cup of real sugar. So that reduced that down by 2/3, and I put in some unsweetened coconut also because we like that. I had a bunch of bananas that had turned, and I wanted to use those. And also, I like to have stuff pre-made for Brad's breakfast because I'm not the type that likes to get right up and cook breakfast. I never have been. So for me, it's better if I can make something ahead and they can heat it. Or they now with just Brad. And so he has a choice between either the breakfast sandwiches that I made or the muffins, and we'll freeze them. And so that's what I did there. I did make some Rice Krispie treats because Brad really loves them. And so I made some, and I used half peanut butter, half Nutella. I took the regular recipe for the peanut butter Rice Krispies, and instead I used just half peanut butter, half Nutella. It turned out really well. Brad said they were the best Rice Krispie treats I've ever made. And then we just had leftovers last night because I cooked chicken Sunday. I oven fried chicken and also oven fried potatoes. I just do my potatoes with spices and an onion, and then toss it with a little bit of olive oil, and I throw it in the oven in a baking sheet. Turns out great. And we had those leftovers Monday night too. And then last night we used the rest of that chicken, and Brad made fried rice because he makes the most fabulous fried rice ever. And you know, that's great because, you know, we even had leftovers. In fact, this was part of my lunch here. I can only eat half of it, and then I'll put the other half in the fridge. But yeah, yesterday was definitely a lot better day. Brad was able to come home to me not being weepy or depressed. Dishes were all done. When you do a lot of cooking, you have a lot of dishes. So, and also had sat there and divided up the chicken. I had cooked chicken in a crock pot, or we had, for the dogs overnight, and then let it cool, and I was deboning it, and then putting it into baggies and freezing it, portioning it out, and so I had done all that. So, and then today, I do feel more awake just talking to you guys, and that's very nice. I did miss you guys. I really did miss you guys. And I just been super sleepy. I feel better now though after I ate. I was so concerned, like I said, I took my blood sugar because I thought, oh no, is it really, really high or something again? And no, it was 230, which is what I'm about running right now. And I know that's high, and something that my doctor and I will need to discuss here in a few weeks. You know, because it's about what it runs right now. 230 to 220, you know, gotta get that number down. What else can I tell you guys? I've just been making a lot of hats. I don't know if you guys really want to see the hats yet or not, do you? You want to see the hats that I have made? Maybe. Oh, oh, really? Get off of my pom-pom. I'm talking to my cord. Okay, I'll show you guys the hats I've been making. This one I just finished last night. This is a large adult. See? Get flower on it right there. You like that? Well, that's a large adult. And see, I remember last time I showed you guys your hat, I thought I should have had one more baby one. And here it is right here. There's that one. There's another little infant. Right there. See a little car on it? Yep. So, this is just crap yarn. This is a medium. No, this is an extra large adult. See? Got the button on it there. And then, so that's an extra large adult. This is a small adult. I really like how I did this. I did this pattern and didn't know how it would work, but you know, yeah, so now it made it look twisty. So, we kind of got this wild palm on it. I think I'm going to have to trim it some more. Got it like a Rod Stewart palm, see? That's just real fine, super fine crochet thread. So, yeah, I'm going to have to trim it some more. But, so, and this is the small adult. Yeah, small adult. Couldn't remember. This is a medium adult. Right here, got a little birdie on it. See the color changes? I love the color changes. So, yeah, so that's what I'm working on. I got another infant one I'm working on right here. I'm going to have to show you. I know I promised one of you guys I would show how you do the color changing. Next time that I'm doing a color change, I'll have to pop on here and make a real short video to show you that. I hope you guys don't mind that a lot of times these videos are a little longer, but I don't do them every day because it's easier for me because just to come on here and talk to you guys like you were sitting across from me. This is exactly how I would talk to you. You might ask how Brad is doing with all of this. Now, Brad has dealt with my depression issues for a long time. Even before I was diagnosed with having. I was first diagnosed with having problems. When I was in college. Like I said, I didn't start going to college until I was 40. I think I was 41. And you had free counseling up there at college. So that was awesome. I used to go to counseling and stuff. And then I had the suicide attempt and yada, yada, yada. And got, entered into the world of psychological chaos. you know, and Brad's always dealt with knowing that there was something different, but my family on both sides has mental health issues, whether or not some people want to admit it, and we have suicides on my father's side, and a lot of really effed up fundamentals. You know. I was talking to Brad. I had a flashback, and I think that might have been part of what was wrong with me Monday. A flashback of while we were doing our bedroom. You know, we had stuff spread out. So we had, like, my clothes on my bed, his clothes on his bed. We were both going through it. That was part of what we did when we went through it, was we went through, like, his clothes, and he decided what he wanted, what he didn't want, what we were going to throw away or cut into rags, and what we were going to donate. Basically, you know, it's always hard to find plus size clothes in donation places. So, you know, I think everybody should donate anyway. We're also blessed. But anyway, we had a room was a mess. And I had such major flashbacks of my mother would get mad, and this was in grade school. She would get mad because she didn't think I had cleaned my room well enough that she would go in there and dump out. Go in my closet. My toy box was always in my closet. She would go in there and dump out onto my bed all of my toys. So you never knew. I remember just feeling just so horrified coming home from school, and here is all of my toys and stuff. First off, you guys know I was a bedwetter, so that meant that some of my toys were going to stink now. Because I told you she wouldn't let me change the bedding and stuff. Well, I never did that to my kids, though. I never went in and dug out all their clothes or all their toys and did that to them. Because, see, what it meant was I couldn't go to bed until that room was clean. It didn't matter if I had homework or anything, you know. And I remember just feeling so overwhelmed because there was so much to do and there was so much stuff. I think that's it. There was just so, you know, and she did it 2 or 3 times. I got so mad in high school because she was on my ass about my room. My room was not, it might have had a few articles of clothing on the floor, you know, but she was on me about my room. And I must have been a junior in high school. That I went in and I removed everything that sat out on the dressers and stuff. So it was just like a motel room. Then she complained because she thought my room looked just like a motel room. It's like, I don't care. I don't have to hear about you complaining. I didn't say it, but like, I don't have to hear about you complaining a bit about my room. But, you know, I guess it brought back a lot of memories that were very unpleasant, feeling very overwhelmed, because it wasn't like now, you know, you need to go clean your room. It was the hostile, you know, you're horrible and stuff, and, you know, you better get in there and clean that room right now, and, you know, that's what it was like. But, or when I was a teenager, I don't remember what I had done that she didn't like. But she had my dad remove my door, my bedroom door. Well, now see, that wouldn't, and I know other parents do, it wouldn't be that bad, but we had to get dressed and undressed in our bedroom. And to be a teenage girl, my parents have the bedroom right across the hall, right? Like your doors opened up and their door opened up, and you were just, you know. And my brother had the bedroom right next to me, And, you know, you have to get undressed and dressed right there, you know, and anybody can just see you in all your glory. So, but anyway, I think sometimes when you have PTSD, and it can happen, it doesn't have to be somebody in service or somebody that's a first responder, etc. It can happen to anybody, and just certain things will always trigger that. I mean, certain things will always just trigger, you know, certain things psychologically that have happened in your life. And I mean, it's like even the faint smell of urine just brings me right back to, you know, being a bedwetter and that smell and, you know, all of that. So, like I said, I just having kind of an off day, very tired, very just, ugh. I think Brad was kind of on me to get outside because he said it was a nice day and stuff. And, yeah, so I should. I know the dogs would enjoy it. And that would be good for them anyway. So, that's all I have going on. I appreciate you guys sticking by me, and I appreciate your support. I'm hoping this weekend we were going to go up to Tallahassee, and my friend Kathy was just talking about some place she found. Let me pull this up. I'm not going to read her text her message to me because, you know, that's private, but she was talking about, she was at Joann's, and they had the cinnamon pine cones, and they also had some maple pecan scented pine cones. You guys let me know if you have a Joann's, and if you run into any of those that have the maple pecan pine cones, let me know. It probably wouldn't cost that much to ship, because, oh man, I would love to have some of those. I love to just put pine cones in like a glass see-through dish at Christmas time. You know what would be really nice is to mix them. To mix some cinnamon in with that maple pecan. You could get yourself 2 whole bowls, or you could do centerpieces, which are easy to do out of those. Oh, can you imagine making a wreath and hang it on the inside of your door? Oh, that would be nice. So let me know if you guys, you know, come across those and stuff. Because I'm hoping, I'd like to do a little bit of retail therapy, but I can't really afford it. But I'd love to buy some more yarn. You know, they've got so many cool yarns out. I'm loving any of the neon colored yarns. Yeah, you guys thought I was done with you, didn't you? You thought you were gonna get out of here. Not happening. Oh, see, and I just love it when this happens. You guys love it when this happens? No. What the hairy heck has happened here? Wow, I think there's some combobulations going on in my yarn bag here that I don't even want to know about. Look at this. This is horrible. Really? Come on, we're going to have a talk. I'm loving any of the neon colored stuff. Of course, you guys know I'm way into the color changing stuff. I mean, my friend Rebecca said she's going to be sending me some yarn. That's exciting. It's like, but like this is a red heart. I don't know if I still have I might have the thing right here. Ugh. Let's see. It's a red heart stripes. This is, la la la, bright stripe. And it's all these beautiful neon colors and stuff. It's nice. That is what is on this hat. Is some of that. And then this one too. And I know maybe it's silly to get so excited about hats that you're just giving away. Well, don't you want to give them something nice? Something that they're not like, you know, I give them a nice mix with my friends that donate the hats. It's a nice mix of colors and styles because we're all different, and that's awesome. And but I get excited about. There's like this. I don't know if it's Karen or if it's what's the other? What is it? Medalla? No. It's the yarn cake. There it is, Medalla. I had to look because I had one right here. But I think this is one of the ones I got marked down. See, looking at pretty. But I think they make either this or the Karen cakes, or I don't know. There's a lot of other ones. The sparkle yarn. See, now I love any of that yarn. Like I love this yarn. It's got some that, and I think Red Heart does too. That has like glitter, not necessarily glitter, but it looks sparkly. Yarn. I would love to get that. I'm gonna have to look. You guys put down below because you guys are getting me way excited now. Is who's having a good sale right now on yarn? I can only buy maybe 1, 2 skeins, but it's always nice, fun to look. And then it's always fun to look. Yeah, it's always fun to look. You know, I haven't been in a craft store in a long time, probably over a year. It'd be fun to look. And then find a marked down my own look there. Our Walmart has done the clearance aisle back again. I think they found it wasn't as working as well as individual uh, departments. So, but anyway, I'm hoping that. Well, Brad said we're going up to Tallahassee this weekend. We were going to do date night, and I said, well, you know, daytime works really great too. But normally the lunches are a little less expensive. He wants to take me out to eat, and then we wanted to check out the Publix ad before we shop and see what they had going on. And then he knows I wanted to go to a hobby store, so that would be nice. Maybe go to the bigger Dollar Tree too. They have one that is I haven't not seen such a big Dollar Tree. Yeah, it's huge in Tallahassee. It's fairly new, so that would be fun to check that out because, yeah, they have frozen and refrigerated in those bigger ones. Like our little Dollar Tree doesn't have any frozen or refrigerated. And I found that their fruit, even though it's a smaller bag, I mean, what do you expect for $1, is pretty darn good. So, uh, you know, that works in a pinch. But anyway, that's all I got going on. I just wanted to yak at you guys a little bit, let you know I'm doing okay. I'm just being really real. The struggle is real, but I know that I'm okay because I'm reaching out. I'm not just, I have a tendency just to kind of withdraw so hard in myself, and then I feel so lonely and isolated, and it's like you did this to yourself. Wow, that's a big realization, realizing that I did this to myself. So, I'm horrible at self-sabotaging myself on anything. So, anyway, I love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship so very much. Never be hesitant to send me a message or an email. I love it all. It may take me a little bit to answer you, but I will answer you. So I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna go get dressed. I'm gonna get my puppies outside and have them get some fresh air and get some frolicking going on. I'm gonna sit outside and get some fresh air, watch them frolic, and probably maybe mess on my phone and see who has what for sales at craft stores. But if you already know, drop me a line and I'll check that out. So I love you guys and thanks for keeping me company today. You already made me feel better. If you notice, I feel more awake just talking to you guys. You guys are magic and I love you. And I will talk to you later. Bye.